The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good yawning this morning, and welcome back to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, your station for fresh news, smart talk, all day. It is Wednesday, the 25th of March, 2026, and you are on the clock with Erin Greene. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm a little somber in this moment because I looked at my notes, and when I looked at my notes, I remembered I have to start the show by saying, condolences to the Sawyer family. Condolences to Eric Sawyer III on the passing of his father, Mr. Dudley Sawyer, Mr. Eric Sawyer Jr. We are all saddened to hear the news. The Spot family is saddened to hear the news. We extend light, love, grace, mercy, support to the Sawyer family, to our brother, Eric Sawyer III, Jr. from Senior, Mr. Nosa. We stand with you in this time of loss, bereavement, and grief. But we know that you and your family will continue to celebrate the life and legacy of Mr. Eric Dudley Sawyer, Jr. On another note, I want to say good morning to another member of the Spot family, Mr. Tom Foolery. I mean, not Mr. Tom Foolery Jr., Mr. Tom Foolery Sr. Good morning, sir, and to his beautiful wife. You brought us Tom Foolery Jr., and we love you for it. And the same thing, resting in heavenly peace, Mr. Sawyer, thank you for giving us Eric Sawyer III. Both of these men are blessings. In every space that they go, they bring joy, they bring light, they bring levity. Once again, condolences to the Sawyer family. Now, joining me in studio, we're going to shift the energy a little bit because something big is happening this Easter weekend. And if you are a good Anglican, unlike me, I am a bad Anglican. I can tell you right off the top, I'm a bad Anglican. But if you're a good Anglican, see, because you would have known that Mothering Sunday was that Sunday, and you would have known not to go into town, unlike me, who did not know. But you then know that this Easter Monday is St. James Anglican Church's Easter Fest. And joining me this morning in studio is Father John Kabiga. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Erin. Thank you very much for being with you this morning.
Yes, sir.
We thank you for this opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. First and foremost, of course you have to be on the show because this year's Easter Fest is featuring a bouncing castle. And once you have a bouncing castle, right, then you could be on my show. So tell us, what can we expect at this year's Easter Fest? To remind people, I said Easter Monday, but that don't mean everybody know when Easter Monday is. Remind us of the date, the location, what's available, and most importantly, where to park and how much beach am I going to have access to?
Wow. Now, we have St. James Adelaide is one of our oldest communities. Apart from Foxhill, Gambia, we have Adelaide community, historic community.
Yes, sir.
And St. James has been a pillar of strength of that community. This last Sunday, the 22nd of March, marks the 176 years of witness in West New Providence. And therefore, this year, in addition to our Easter Fest, we are coming to give God thanks. We are coming to celebrate the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ on April the 6th, Easter Monday, with our celebration of Easter Fest at St. James in the community of Adelaide.
Yes, sir. Now tell us, once I get to the entrance of Adelaide, how do I get to the church, and then how do I get to the beach picnic?
Now, St. James is quite easy to find. When you enter into Adelaide Road and you enter into Adelaide community, you are going to get a big surprise because you have to find somewhere to park. And then you have to walk all the way to the end, and you are going to find St. James on your left-hand side, and that is where we will be having this celebration. There is also an access. If you continue with the road, the sea is right in front of you, right there. So if you want to dip your feet in the sea, you can do that. Get some conch salad, get something to eat, and you go to the beach and enjoy yourself. But in all, we are expecting all our brothers and sisters from all over New Providence to come and celebrate with us on Easter Monday, the April the 6th, and we have prepared some exciting things for you. We have all what you can ask. Our dinner tickets include a chicken, a choice of a fish, and this year we have some pork dinners. So you have 3 varieties to choose from. And then all of this food comes with our Bahamian treats like the peas and rice, grits, which if you...
Peas and grits?
Peas and grits, peas and rice, macaroni, plantain, beets, and corn. And all of these items will be there for our dinner. We also have other stores which you have our, Bahamians will have to eat. So
yes. Oh, yeah.
We have you. We have the area with the cakes, areas with other corn fritters, and other stuff which will be on sale on that day in our churchyard.
Now, when I went to St. James's Facebook page, just in case you didn't know, St. James's Anglican Church in Adelaide has a Facebook page where you can follow them for all of their events, holy days, celebrations. When I looked at the flyer, right?
Yes.
It said Bouncing Castle, and then separately it said Kiddie Corner. First of all, I would like to thank you all for not discriminating against old people this year and not putting the Bouncing Castle in the kiddie corner. But tell us about the kiddie corner. If I bring my kids, am I required to stay with them in the kiddie corner? Or will you have sort of volunteers available to manage that area?
What we have done is that we have made the occasion to be a family affair.
Okay.
So you can bring your children, you can bring your grandchildren, and when you take them to the kiddie corners, they are going to have a person there and some volunteers who will be taking care of those children. There will be face painting, there will be bouncing castle, and all the other treats which they would have as children. And that is privately on their own. You can leave them there and go enjoy yourself, and you come back and pick up your child.
I appreciate that aspect, right? It's for kids only. We're going to keep the kids safe. But will there be cotton candy available outside the kiddies' corner?
Oh, of course, that will be available. Anything which you want there, especially for the children, we have it available for you.
Absolutely. So, start time, end time.
Now, we always start with a prayer at 12 o'clock sharp.
Okay.
So if you come from 12 o'clock, you can come and pick up your food, pick up your everything, and that is where everything starts. And we go on until late in the evening when we have our raffle draw around 7 o'clock, 6:30, around there. We conclude with the draw for our raffle tickets.
Okay, let's let the people know right now, how do we purchase a raffle ticket?
Now, we have our dinner tickets are $20.
All right.
And each dinner ticket comes with a raffle coupon as well. One end of the ticket will be entered for a prize. So you, as long as you purchase a dinner ticket, you also have a chance to win something on our raffle section.
St. Barnabas, St. Anne's, you all hear this? Bahamas generally, do you see the evolution in fundraising and community support initiatives? When you buy your dinner ticket, you will automatically be entered into the raffle because the dinner ticket includes a raffle stub. This is awesome.
Yes, and then our ticket also, which has a lot of prizes. We thank those persons who have actually given generously to sponsor us. We have about 19 prizes to be won on that, and they are available. We have 3 stations at present.
Okay.
We have the Super Value at Cable Beach,
All right.
and also we have the Quality Home Store in Southwest Plaza, and also at Super Value on Prince Charles. So in those areas, every day you go down those areas, you can get your dinner ticket and also your raffle ticket.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm gonna have to get one. What I like about St. James and Adelaide is you no longer in Nassau,
Definitely,
right?
definitely.
It's a family island environment. It's a family island feeling. It's a wonderful outing for kids, especially if you live in the East, because when you put them in that car and you take that long, slow drive home, the kids could be knocked out by the time you get home. It is the perfect end to an Easter holiday weekend.
And that is true because immediately you step up to Adelaide. If you have never been to Andros or if you have never been to Long Island, that's a feeling.
Yeah.
That's what you feel. And it is relaxing. It is a different game ball altogether. And that's why we want you to take the time out and come. Yes, the drive might be a little bit longer, but you will enjoy a good time with us on April the 6th at St. James, Adelaide.
Now, a couple of questions. Maybe not the most important one, but for members of the Anglican community that are not mobile, they don't drive, are churches organizing transportation for church family members to join St. James at the Easter Fest?
I would like to say that what we have seen is that churches like St. Agnes normally provide bus transportation for those members who want to go.
Okay.
And therefore, we thank Archdeacon Cartwright and the members of St. Agnes, because every year you come, you are going to find the church bus there, bringing members from their churches to come and celebrate with us.
Absolutely.
So it is actually our assistant affair, because every church, their ACM, their ACW, and all the members of our Anglican diocese from the East, St. Epiphany to all the way Ryford Key, you're going to find them at St. James on April the 6th. They have done that before.
All right, so I'm a bad Anglican. However, there's always room for improvement, right? I got some ideas. Next year, for the Easter Fest, let's engender or generate some interchurch engagement, right? Next year, let's ask the sponsors, because we're going to go through the sponsor list and the prizes. Let's ask the sponsors to sponsor some little light competition, like the church with the most members present at the event.
Yes.
Right? Something like that. And then, when you said pickle beets, right? Like, of all the Bahamian things that you listed off, what I thought was, you know what I want? I want a pickle beets competition. I need to know which churches make the best pickle beets, because pickle beets recipes, we losing them, right?
Definitely.
As our family members pass on, some of the most treasured family recipes are passing with them. And so I want to see food competition at next year's Easter Fest as well.
Usually we have another event, although this is on a different note. This comes in our October.
Okay.
Father Robert's grill competition. And this is another big event which happens at St. James in October, which is a grill competition.
Okay.
And therefore, all our churches, our Anglican men from all over the churches in parishes in New Providence come and they compete.
Awesome.
And that is another occasion which draws quite a good crowd. But our Easter Fest is what we are talking about now, and inviting everybody to come and celebrate with us.
So let's go through the prize list and name some of the sponsors, some of the people who are supporting this year's Easter Fest.
Now, we are so grateful. We have Sun Oil, who are one of our sponsors, CBS with a gift certificate.
All right.
We have also Comfort Suits, Paradise Island. We have Custom Computers, and also we have our own members as well, Vago Car Rental, and also we also have Super Vario, Sandoz Royal Bahamian, AG Electric. We have got A Plus Pest Control, Naso Grass, and Hofer and Sons, and AC Hardwares. And all of those are people who have also sponsored us. And we have got other good Bahamian companies who have donated to us. The list is quite long, and we want to thank them from the bottom of our heart for their generosity. And they have not only been there this year, they constantly come and help us with a small the donation which they have. Because not only what we are doing right now, as you know, St. James is a historic community. Our church has been there for 176 years. So one of the things they are going to see is that we have put into use whatever we have corrected before. Therefore, our church right now is under renovation with a new roof altogether, and also we help our community. So whatever we have is not only for being used by the church in a good way, but also we reach out in our outreach to help the Adelaide community.
Absolutely. And by helping the Adelaide community, you help the entire Bahamian community.
Yes.
So this event is a fundraiser for the church.
For the church, yes.
So I can tell my doctor, no, I need to eat as much cotton candy as I can for the church, sir. For the church. Also, I love Ace Hardware, and then the pest control company. I thought, because I have a raccoon problem, and I still vacillate. I don't know, am I going to run them? I need the pest control to get them out of the neighborhood, or I just can call the hardware company and build them a tree house one time in the dilly tree, and let's just be friends. I love it. I love it. Okay, so what's the date for Easter Monday? Is that April the
6th?
April the 6th, 12 noon, and we start sharp with the church portion of the evening with a prayer and the opening of the event.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yes, and we have, not to leave this out, we have good entertainment. So good Bahamian music, good church music, and even when you want to dance, yes, there is that opportunity
To dance as well.
Yeah, we have a tent whereby everybody who want to socialize, you can sit down there, you can eat, you can meet your old friends, and actually spend the time together. So all of that is given provision during our Easter Fest this year on April the 6th.
Okay. Another question, a little housekeeping. What can I bring? What should I bring? What shouldn't I bring to the Easter Fest? So like, should I bring sunscreen? Should I bring, if I have portable chairs, have I, the nice little light fold-up chairs I could sling on my shoulder? Could I bring a cooler with ice? Am I allowed to bring outside beverages? Not for sale, but maybe I have 2 gallons of coconut water. Maybe one of them have gin in it. Am I allowed to bring outside alcoholic beverages? Will there be alcoholic beverages on sale in the adult section?
I would like to say that we cater for that. I know
Okay.
it's a church event. There is an adult section,
Okay.
and therefore I can say that that is catered for. We have so many gallons of coconut water.
Okay.
So that is not a problem. So coconut water, it is right there. But if anybody else would like to bring a chair to sit on as you socialize with your friends out there, all that is welcome.
Okay. Good
But
stuff.
we have, you don't want to talk about that so much, but
Yeah.
it is taken care of.
All right.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Just come, and whatever else you need in the our Easter Fest is provided for. You can get it right there.
See, me, I'm a serious camper, right? Like right now, they're not in the car, but when camping season comes, I like to have my camping gear on me. Just like a traditional Bahamian, my beach gear always in the car. You never know when there's an opportunity to dip your toes in the water, but you got to be prepared. Like a good Girl Guide or a Boy Scout, you got to be prepared at every moment. So I love it. But St. James says, listen, we are preparing for you. We're going to have everything you need right there on site.
Thank you very much, Erin, and we appreciate this.
All right. Now, contact information for people who would like to support the church or who would like more information about the event.
If they could be able to call any of our members, or if they could be, we have a Easter Fest committee, and Easter Fest committee normally deals with all the PR, everything else relating to this event, and they would be glad to answer your questions and also to be able to attend to you
Okay.
with whatever concern you might have.
All right. So if you're already familiar with the same St. James congregation and family, reach out to your friends, say, I need details. If not, call the church and let them know, listen, connect me to the PR team for the Easter Fest. I got some questions. Or just call and say, hey, listen, I don't know who I need to speak to, but I got a donation and I want to leave it for the church.
And also in our respective parishes, if they can ask their parish office, they will be able to give them the contact for St. James.
This is awesome. This is awesome. Father Kabiga, it's been a pleasure. Do you have any more words for St. James congregation, for the broader Anglican congregation, for the country today as we continue our walk toward Easter?
I would like to say that we are still in a holy season. We are in Lent. On Sunday, we enter the beginning of our Holy Week as we celebrate the Palm Sunday. So let us, with diligence and also with love, celebrate the Holy Week in preparation to the death and resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ, as we give ourselves to one another and as we give ourselves to God.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for that word. As we go to the break, producer, Father Kabiga, I think there's a Lenten miracle brewing. I wonder if other people saw it. In yesterday's paper, there's an article that says many liquor merchants won't meet March 31st deadline for license renewal, Robinson says. I just wonder if this is a Lenten miracle. I'm not saying that people are not allowed to drink, right? But sometimes we need encouragement. Sometimes we need support, right? Sometimes we need community to remind us that whatever you do, except praising the Lord, do it in moderation. Do it in moderation. And as you prepare yourself for the holiday weekend, let us remember the reason for the holiday. Many of us celebrate it as a secular holiday. Remember, there are many members of our community that this is the most important time in the Christian church. This is the most holy of days. And so while we out there getting loud and raucous and having a good time gallivanting, remember there are others that hold this day, this time, in a different way. And let's hold space for each other. Father?
Yes, I agree with you. And I think one of the most important thing is to care for one another, to understand that we are all one. And if you are going to celebrate with care and with caution. And those who are going to drive, please make sure that you drive carefully and without under any influence.
Yes.
That is very, very important. We are losing so many people on our roads just because of carelessness, and those can be prevented. Let us remember we are our brother's keeper.
Absolutely. Please think about it this holiday weekend. It's worth it to pay someone, like incentivize them. Listen, I would like to drink this holiday. I need someone to drive me who's not going to drink. I'll buy your food. What I want to know is that you commit to not drinking while you driving us around, family, friend, community member, right? Let's take this seriously. There are far too many deaths on the road, and like Father Kabiga said, needless deaths due to recklessness and carelessness. You're on the clock with Erin Greene. We're going to a break. After the break, we're going to get into the headlines. Stay tuned. Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Struggling to find your financial rhythm? Make that move to Fidelity and let us help you orchestrate your financial goals into perfect harmony with free financial coaching sessions. Make that move today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
This is definitely the time for BAMSI to continue to build on the progress that we've made. There's now drone technology. There's now year-round container farming. You have hydroponics. You have aquaponics. You have precision farming. There have been record numbers of enrollments, record numbers of flat fishing certifications. We've had record enrollments in our online courses. Students from across the family of islands. Because in BAMSI, we are not just cultivating produce. We're cultivating producers.
Paid for by
The following is a paid political message.
The future is brighter. Vote for my diver. Hey, 'cause she is a fighter. The future is brighter. If you need improvement, come join the movement. Come join the movement. You're looking for change, find it here. You're looking for justice, find it here. You're looking for truth, find it here. Vote for MacGyver. She's here for you. See everybody in Kalane. Change is here. Hey, hands in the air. See everybody in Kalane. Vote for MacGyver. She is a fighter.
That was a paid political message.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Print Masters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Hey everyone, get ready for a night you won't forget. It's Z-Live's Farback Friday Party with host Shivago Lang. Friday, March 27th, beginning at 7 p.m. Join us at Sapodilla Estate for a night of 80s and 90s music, dance, light bites, and refreshing drinks. Get your tickets at the Nassau Guardian between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. $50 per person. Cash sales only. It's Z-Live's Farback Friday Party. Real music, lots of fun, eats and drinks, and oh so cool vibes. See you there.
New roads and airports are connecting our islands. Energy reform is bringing electricity prices down, while young Bahamians are stepping up, gaining new skills for new opportunities. Respect for workers. Support for entrepreneurs. We're modernizing energy and infrastructure across our islands and preparing Bahamians to succeed in a new economy. Transformations this big take time. Let's choose progress. Paid for by the PLP.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Johnny Cash. She got a mind for her nails, a mind for her toes, a mind for her hair, a mind for her clothes. Got a mind she can call to give a little peace. She even got a mind who is sing. She got a mind for everything. By this got his problems. She got a man she could call anytime if she need couple of dollars. She got a boatman who's come round here bring a conch shrimp and lobster. She got one man who was cut but he ain't no surgeon, he ain't no doctor. The average man is getting mad and say these women just love to swing. But the only reason you spending is cause you trying to get a little peace. Everybody know woman rate you by the income that you is bring. Either that or use the one she is called to bring round the ding-a-ling. She got a man for her nails, a man for her toes, a man for her hair, a man for her clothes. Got a man she can call to give a little peace. She even got a man who is sing. She got a man for everything, man for everything. She got a man for
Welcome back to On the Clock with Erin, Greene. We're going to get ready to delve into the headlines. Over the next few days, we're going to be giving away a couple of Easter Fest tickets, menu chicken, fish, or pork dinners. And when you purchase a ticket, remember, for people purchasing ticket, when you purchase a ticket, your raffle stub is attached to the ticket. So you get a dinner and a raffle ticket for the price of $20. Now, to the headlines. The story I referenced at the end of that last segment, many liquor merchants won't meet March 31st deadline for license renewal, Robinson says, is an interesting headline. But these are the parts that I thought were interesting. Quotations from the Retailers Liquor Association President George Robinson. He says, quote, "We're not going to meet the March 31st deadline." He said, quote, "We're not going to meet it because if they're doing the inspection late, and then when they do an inspection, they're telling you that you have to do this and you have to do that, all of this literally takes time. So if they're doing the inspection late and then I have to do these adjustments, the time is just not there. But I believe, in all fairness, I think they're going to have to give us an extension because we definitely can't meet that deadline." The deadline, effective April 1st, 2026, the government is enforcing strict liquor license amendments under the Business License Amendment Number 2, Act 2025, abolishing drive-through bars, cage liquor sales, and liquor sales at takeaway restaurants. All liquor businesses should have registered with the Department of Inland Revenue by December 31st, 2025 to remain compliant with new applications required 90 days in advance. Quote, The compliance is really what's setting us back, close quotes, Robinson said, and quote, and the government is asking for all these inspections. They don't have the staff to really carry them out. So that is causing a delay. Quote, some of the things we didn't expect to do, like when it comes to the liquor stores that are not selling food, they still want us to get a food certificate because they said we are selling soda, water, and juice. So we need a food certificate, and we have to get that from the Bahamas Agricultural Health and Food Safety Authority, and there's a fee for that. It's a $50 fee for that. Okay, let's stick a pin. I, as a vendor, have to get a food handler's certificate. I have to renew it every year. It does not cost $50. Why would a food handler certificate cost $50? Now, mind you, the article doesn't say food handler certificate, it just said food certificate. And the article references the Bahamas Agricultural Health and Food Safety Authority. We get our food handler certificate through the Ministry of Health. We go to our meetings, we go to the training session on Meeting Street at the Ministry of Health building almost immediately next to West Street. It is very interesting, right? Because liquor stores don't serve drinks. They sell alcohol. And if a liquor store allows a patron to drink inside the liquor store, although that may be contrary to regulations, there's not a bartender mixing drinks and making drinks. So I imagine there is a requirement for a basic standard of knowledge when it comes to the proper storage of products that will be consumed, right, by the end purchaser. That is interesting, and I could see why, because this appears to be different from the food handler certificate. It's just very interesting, but the most important point is the government able to move at the pace of its own policies? And what is the effect on businesses or clients, right, in a policy space where they are unable to meet the requirements, but they are unable to meet the requirements because the policy oversight, enforcement, or regulatory body has fallen short. It creates inequity in the space, right? Because, we all have the same requirements. We all have the same standard that we have to meet, but some businesses are better able to deal with the inefficiencies of government and can survive the inefficiencies of government. So if we reach a point where red tape becomes a barrier, it is discriminatory in effect. Because while businesses have the capacity to meet the standard, they don't have the capacity to wade through the red tape and the inefficiency and inefficacy. So they lack efficiency and they lack effectiveness. The inefficacy of government processes. I got a text here that says, "Good day, that's the intent." I don't think that's fair. If there is a requirement for capacity, put it in the regulations. When I say capacity, does your business have the capacity to perform at a certain level? Here's another text. They are two different certificates doing the same thing. It's about the tax. One is 10 and the other is 60, or the article says 50. Now, there is a difference. There is a difference in our food handler certificate course, we do not deal specifically with the handling of alcoholic beverages, but we deal with generally the handling of all all beverages in that class. Producer, let's go to the phone line, and then we're going to transition to another subject. Good morning, caller.
Hey, morning, Erin.
Morning, how you do?
All right. The reason why that person says it costs $50 is because they don't want to go sit in the class. They want to do it online. Online is $50. When you go to the class, it's only $10.
Okay,
Right.
thank you. But you know, it raises a question for me, like, well, why would the online more? Why would the online more? Because how you going to compensate? Okay, are you saying so the staff from the Ministry of Health that administer the classes are already getting paid? I don't know. I don't know. I wish policies would be explained to people. I wish policy rationales would be presented to the public so the public could understand what's expected of them in this new policy regime. Let's go to the phone line. Producer, good morning, caller. Good morning. I hear you now.
That gentleman just said that online is $60. That ain't true. The lady told me I had to get a health certificate, which is $10 plus. Get this from that to them bachelor for $60. So tell them that's two different entities you have to get.
Okay, so the caller, there was water in the line, but the caller is saying is that it's two different entities. I do know, once the caller said that, I do know that you can apply for it online. I just didn't think that would cost that much more than doing the in-person class. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning, Erin Greene.
How are you?
Yeah, it's not water. That's competitive reactants. But we could talk about that another day.
Okay.
Is the government able to move? I think you said that it's...
the pace of its own policies.
No.
No, it isn't.
No, okay, so we know that all this is just... Because there should not be down a liquor store within a certain proximity to a school or a church.
Mm-hmm.
Did they rectify that?
No, the last I heard of it from the article I read from the individual speaking, I don't remember a name, so there's no problem getting it wrong. I think it was the chair of the town hall planning committee. His response to the reporters or to the question was, the question was, if I could paraphrase, like, how could this have happened that so many liquor stores were authorized to operate in proximity to or in restricted zones, right? And if I paraphrase his response, it was kind of like, well, it's a lack of public engagement. What I inferred from what I read was that because we, the public, didn't come to the meeting and object to the breach of the regulation, they just decided to ignore the breach of the regulation. But I could be wrong. I'm a bad Anglican. I don't make sense a lot.
I know bad Anglican. Trust me. I got friends all around the world who listen to you. And they talk so well about you, they wonder why you are doing what you do. But anyway, let's not get into that. I want to ask you one more question, though.
Yes, sir.
Do you know of any Bahamian-owned restaurant where they sell takeaway liquor and food, where you can walk right up? Because I see you and buy the liquor and the food. Like, I could send my son, my 10-year-old son down there and eat liquor and food.
I don't know of any. I could be honest with you, though. You remember Corinne Mitchell wouldn't let me off the side porch. So some places they always be having fun I just don't know about.
Okay.
Yes, sir, but I don't know of any.
Thank you, my dear.
There you go. We got to figure out what we want. We have reached, it's 2026. We've reached the precipice, right? Our history, the descendants of enslaved Africans, right? At a time when slavery was legal and endorsed by the church and the state, our lives have always been the counterculture. We've always had to cheat, to lie, to steal in their eyes for basic survival and justice, right? But now that we are in charge of ourselves, we don't have to act like we are the oppressed class in our own country. We must act like we are free people. Producer, let's go to the phone line. Thank you so much. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, Miss Greene.
Morning.
Yeah, most people don't understand that there's no such thing as freedom anymore. Your rights are being restricted as time go on. And so with the new programmable digital currencies, et cetera, and the digital panopticon, most of us are really very, very lost as to the intention behind these inventions. But I'll leave that for another day. I'll call you off air so you could orientate humanity to this insanity. Now, I don't want to use any profanity, but the thing is, I've never heard such BS in my life. I'm 61, about to go in the grave. She might go in a cave because I'm still enslaved. I mean, really, say what? Say because the public didn't come to the town hall meeting, or this because...
He says it was a lack of opposition raised.
Say what?
I can find the article.
Yeah, but the proliferation thereof, as it relates to what you're talking about, it's supposed to be city ordinances that, what's going on, Miss Greene? I've never heard such BS in my life, but I got a little humor for you before I go, right? I have a friend, a Tarman tree or a fire tree, one of my friends, listen, Erin. They said in the food was a joke, and I think they beat out Foxhill in this one.
Okay.
Wall Street. I got to let you taste some, but boy, look here. Jesus, Erin, they're the best. I never tasted none of that in my life.
Listen, my uncle who I buck at the National Spelling Bee this year told me that Anagua got, and right now...
Erin, I know about that, but listen, all sweet. All sweet, Erin. I take a little million on just one. I couldn't believe it. All tastes monotonous. It's unbelievable.
Tell me where it is again, but whisper it.
But don't worry about it. It's just my brethren. The tree is my brethren.
Okay. Yeah. Don't worry about that. Yeah. We ain't share that. Thank you. Let's go to the next caller quickly. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Erin. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
It's always good to hear you in the morning.
Thank you.
I'll tell that caller who said that someone say you shouldn't be on just radio. Unless they can find some other productive way for us to hear you daily, and for us to have some balance and sense on radio, tell them let's leave you right where you are.
Listen, this may be the safest place for me. You could imagine if I had free time to go find a man and make a family and raise an army of children?
Right there.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
The reason I called in was there was a caller just now that asked about, as we have this conversation about the proliferation of
liquor stores.
A caller asked just now whether they are, and he was alluding to whether they are Bahamian owned enterprises that serve both liquor and that have restaurant and liquor licenses combined, particularly like another elk or another nationality here. And there are Bahamians that in fact have that same
model,
same arrangement in terms of licensing. However, the difficulty or the difference I have found as a person who has worked in that industry dealing with substance use as it relates to our children and their exposure, assisted with the Global School Health Survey that recently talked about our children's exposure to substance use. And it was determined that in a lot of these restaurants, if mommy or someone send them or they say they go there for food after school, it's those same places that they're purchasing these said products that are alleged substance. The difference in a Bahamian enterprise is that I believe, in most cases, we won't allow it. You know that's a young child, so you're going to serve them regularly. However, in other establishments where there's no tie to us in terms of our diaspora, they serve our young people without hesitation, and that's the consideration that we need to look into. But recently, I traveled to that particular nation, and to my surprise, every 5 businesses are liquor stores. And I was like, no wonder this is happening at home, because this is their culture.
Oh, yeah.
Every 5 businesses you walk past, 5 of them are liquor store, and all 5 are different variations of liquor stores.
I got you.
But we cannot allow that culture to take shape here at home. It's already taking shape, but something must be done.
Let me say, here's why, right? Because our cultures, right, the culture of the African in the diaspora due to the transatlantic slave trade, and the culture of the what we call the Chinese person in the mainland in China, they are entirely different cultures. And so that's where the problem lies, right?
Thank you.
Is
Thank
that
you.
we are not prepared for that culture, and we don't understand how to prepare our children for that culture.
Watch this, Erin. I'll tell you. In a particular inner city community, I know of an establishment that was opened by one of, I guess, a Chinese individual.
Let's make it quick. 30 seconds. I got 2 more callers, and it's 11
He
o'clock.
opened this individual for his great grandson.
Mm-hmm.
We're not even thinking to teach the young people to keep shelling peas just to keep the family legacy going. But here these people are thinking about their great grandchildren. So by the time the man grandchild reach 18 and can take over that store, you know the kind of money he didn't make and send him to school and this and that. Just off of that one location. Almost every closed building that you in the next 2 weeks, somebody can be inside there and they can Erin, I didn't tell somebody, I can go open me a Chinese store, man.
Listen.
Chinese.
First of all, let's remember that Chinese is a nationality, right? Because within the nation of China, there are many ethnic groups that make up the Chinese country and the Chinese culture and the Chinese people, right? So when we're talking about Chinese people in the Bahamas, we must remember that in the vast majority of instances, we're talking about Bahamians, right? The nationality is Bahamian, and they are ethnically Chinese. They are of Chinese descent. What we call Chinese descent for the purpose of this conversation. When they get home, they like us. They say, no, I Sansal people. Don't just call me Bahamian. My roots are in Sansal. In the same way someone may say, listen, I am from the Han people. I am from this group of people. And that's my identity. So let's be careful so that we could have more meaningful and, I want to say, effective conversations about our lives. Just in case I forgot to mention it at the top of the show, Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Transport and the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Once again, why are tour operators and taxi drivers behaving like they've been deputized by the police to do whatever they want in the road? And dear Bahamian drivers, if you are pressured, right? If the behavior of other drivers breaking the law or trying to get you to break the law to help them, if it pressures you to the point that you just say whatever, you just gonna break the law and let them do what they want, park your car. Park it. You are also not sufficiently responsible to operate a motor vehicle on public roads. To the woman who was driving that white truck with the red plates on it this morning that flew off of Collins Avenue into Shirley Street and then across lanes, park it, man. Park it. Park it and call for early retirement. Because if that's what you're doing with our car on these roads, right next to the hospital we can't afford to go to, what are you doing on your job? Thank you, producer. You guys, Guardian Radio AM with C.A. Nuri is up next. And whoever bring them thing in the studio, thank you.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.